Hello, happy Monday. For those of you that partook of Valentine's Day yesterday, happy Valentine's Day. Today is another special day. Where I live in Alberta, in Canada, we celebrate something called Family Day. Well, most of us think of a family as having a parent or two and some children. And while that's certainly true today, a family in today's society has come to have many alternative meanings and connections. Today, a family means at least two beings who share a bond of some sort. As such, a family can take on quite a variety of appearances, um, not excluding our fur babies as well. Family Day is a public holiday in several countries, including in many of the Canadian provinces and in two of the American states, Arizona and Nevada. It's an opportunity to reflect on the importance of spending quality time with our families and feeling gratitude for the deep bonds and connections we share with one another. And I think with the pandemic affecting us worldwide, the meaning of family has come to mind, the forefront of the mind, so much more so than ever before. We're realizing just how important our family is. When it comes to overall health and well being, strong family bonds are just as important as good nutrition and exercise and proper rest. In fact, research has shown that people who feel a deep sense of connection and have fulfilling connections with others tend to live longer, healthier, usually happier lives. In comparison, people who lack the important bond of human connection or connection with another being of some sort, let's say your dog or your cat, stand a greater risk for depression, addiction, cognitive issues, and shorter lifespans. According to the Chopra Treatment Center, um, they agree that family support is invaluable when a member is in crisis, even when the affected member is unable or really not ready to seek help. But for instance, when a person is feeling depressed, talking with other family members who express concerns and demonstrate compassion can assist that individual in finding the information and support he or she really needs, which improves the person's chance for success. Well, as we have done in the past two segments, today I would like to find my document that I wanted to find because I don't know where it is. There it is. And we're going to do some more clearing of belief statements. I'll be doing the theta brainwave type again. And then after this particular segment, I will delve into other modalities that I have come to use and rely on. So, with that in mind, you may remember that with the clearing of belief statements, that we do it through muscle testing to confirm that you have it or don't have it, and then switch it as need be. So if you give me a second, I'm just going to get into that mode where I can tune in to self, tune into a higher power, and then tune into you. You now and you in the future who will be watching this. There we go. And again, depending on the type of way that you do your muscle testing, be it through a pendulum, through a standing test, through your intuitive knowing, you can feel it in your body that this is true, this is not true for you, or through the muscle testing of, let's say, various break the rings type of ways, um, that you can get the answers to your questions and then know whether or not you need to change that. In the first of this 3 series, I had set it up so that I gave you a download that you were had the opportunity to accept or not. If you chose to accept it, then you included downloads such as, I know what it feels like to be completely loved. I know what it feels like to love completely. I know what joy feels like. I know what it feels like to be completely healthy. I know what unconditional love feels like. I know and experience who I am when I experience unconditional love, that I'm worthy of Creator's love. And I know and experience who I am when I feel worthy of Creator's love. Those are just a few. If you go back to the first video of this series of 3, you will find then the the whole list of that. I think there were a good dozen of them, maybe 15, that I had given you as an option to have as a download. So those are available. They're also available in my Your New Beliefs series. I have one for love, one for family, one for money to help you gain greater depth in those areas. Today, since it is Family Day, where I'm celebrating, I'm going to focus more on family. And however you define family is how this is going to play out for you. So whether it's you and your dog, you and your lover, you and your group of friends, whether you're bonded by blood or camaraderie, a family can look so many different ways. And I love that. I absolutely love that family can look to be so different. And it's the support, it's the connection, it's the love that binds the person, not necessarily just the blood. So, um, with that being, I'm going to go on with the the healing part. I hope you're ready now. All right. So my first one is I'm going to start off with have you grounded, centered, balanced? Feel connected to the chair you're sitting on, the couch you're sitting on, the bed you're lying on, whatever it is that's supporting you, or if you're standing, the floor beneath you. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Feel yourself centered. And centered simply means that, you've got your focus in yourself. You are centered within yourself. Those of you that believe in a higher power, you might have then a centered connection running through your crown chakra all the way down your chakras into Mother Earth, coming back up. And then you've got that divine line that is just in front of your spine that runs there. There's a lot of people that believe that. And if you don't, you don't. Maybe you have a connection to just the Mother Earth or just to yourself. It's all good. It's all good. I just want you to feel centered. Just checking in on all of you. That feels good. All right, let's go. So the first one I'm going to check for you is I have Creator's understanding of love. And then you check within and you muscle test. I have Creator's understanding of love. And if you do, that means the circle will stay, the connection will stay, the feeling will be a yes. Okay? And if you don't have that, I'm going to download that to you now. So I'll switch that. Okay. I have creator's understanding of love. Now check again, and you should have that by now. And if you remember from last time, if you're finding that your muscle testing is off, perhaps you need some water. Tall drink of water helps flush your system, and the circuitry within us just works better. So having that bit of water. Also believe that you can. That's a big deal. That believing and knowing that you can do this, that you can get accurate muscle testing results. So have that in mind as well. Believe in yourself. It takes you a long way. All right, so we're going to continue on to I have creator's definition of family. And I'll bet you there's a huge variety of definitions of family from creator. And if you have that, it'll show as a yes. And if you don't, it'll break the circle. Okay, and let's give that to those that don't have it. I have creator's definition of family. And now let's make sure this one, my definition of family is the same as creator's. So that should be a yes. Okay. And if it's not, we're switching that. My definition of family is the same as creator's, and that should be a yes. Nice work. I have creator's perspective of family. Perspective. So let's give you that. I have creator's perspective of family. Okay. And those of you that don't, we'll switch that for you. Giving you creator's perspective of family into your being. Good. Good. And my perspective of family is the same as creator's, and that should be a yes. And if it's not, we'll switch that for you. There we go. My perspective of family is the same as creator's. Good job. And finally, understanding. I have creator's understanding of family. I have creator's understanding of family. So if you have it, that connection stays solid. If you don't, it breaks. And if it broke, we're going to switch it so that the circuit can stay contained. Good. I have creator's understanding of family. Okay. And my understanding of family is the same as creator's, or however you define your other power, whether it's within Mother Earth, however you define. I just use the word creator. You use the one that is best for you. Okay, so I have creators, my understanding of family is the same as creators. So that took us through perspective, understanding, and definition. I have come to know that as the word or the acronym PUD, perspective, understanding, and definition. When you have all three, you've got a really good grasp of it all. So I just broke those apart. All right, so now I'm going to refer to the next bit as PUD. So that way we'll be checking on three things. You've worked with me a few times already. You can handle this word PUD and know that it will stand for those three things: perspective, understanding, and definition. All right, so I have creator's PUD on family. Okay, and that should be a yes. We've gone through all of these, so that should still be a yes. Good, and if it's not, I'll switch it for you. I have creator's PUD on family, and then we follow that with my PUD is the same. I have creator's PUD on my family. My family. So however that means uniquely to you. Okay, and those of you that don't, we're going to give you that PUD, perspective, understanding, and definition of my family, your family. Okay. And then we're going to make yours the same. My PUD of my family is the same. Okay. Switch those for you. There's about 3, 4 of you that don't have it. Okay, my PUD is the same. Good. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to go on. I have Creator's PUD on what it is to be part of a family. What it is to be part of a family, perspective, understanding, and definition of what it is to be part of a family. And we're going to give you that. Switch for those that don't have it. Good. And that's solid now for all of you. Good job. Good. And I am going to not go into mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles because I think that is covered under my family, that definition, understanding, and perspective. All right, so I want to go on to this other one as well. I just wanted to make sure you have that one, and I don't see it queued. Isn't that special? All right, so we'll go into, there we go, this family one. And I thank you for your time in waiting for a minute while this comes to fruition for me. All right, so now let's go on and further strengthen your bonds with your family. So let's go and say it is possible and appropriate for me to be with my most compatible family. And hopefully you have a yes on that, and if you don't, we'll change that for you. It's possible and appropriate for me to be with my most compatible family. Okay. And let's get the PUD on that. I have Creator's PUD on it's possible and appropriate for me to be with my most compatible family. Okay, and if you don't have that, we're going to give that to you. I have Creator's PUD on it's possible and appropriate for me to be with my most compatible family. And that's solid now. Good, that feels good. And my PUD is the same. Of course, my PUD is the same. All right. Good, and we'll give that to those of you that don't seem to have it. 1, 2, 2 of you. All right. Getting better at this. Good. I deserve to be happy with my family. Okay, and if you have that belief, great, and if not, we'll give that to you. I deserve to be happy with my family. Good. And switch, there's 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in the future, so we'll give that to them. I deserve to be happy with my family. And some of you who have come from, let's say, less than stellar families, and that would be most of us, but those of you who have seemed to have really taken it to heart, where family has been less than stellar for you, in fact quite hurtful, you're going to be finding your own family, of course, and creating that happy bond. Okay, so I know how to be at peace within my family. Let's work on that one. I know how to be at peace with my family. Okay. And most of you are pretty strong on that. You know how to. That it is or is not is a different thing, but you know how to be at peace. And those of you that don't, will switch it. You know how to be at peace with your family. And we're going to take a step back, and we're going to look at Creator's PUD on how to be at peace with your family. Okay. And check that. I know how to be. I have Creator's PUD, perspective, understanding, and definition of how to be at peace with my family. Good. Followed by, of course, my PUD, my perspective, understanding, and definition is the same. Are the same. Good. And switch for the two of you for that. Okay, that's been done. I know what it feels like to be at peace with my family. Okay. And if you do, great. That circuit stays solid. Okay, and if it doesn't, if it breaks, we're going to give that to you. Switch that. I know what it feels like to be at peace with my family. Good. I am at peace with my family. Ooh. A lot of you I'm feeling no's, more no's than yeses this time. Okay. So let's give that to everyone here. And if you do have it, wonderful. This will not change it. It solidifies it even more. I am at peace with my family now, and that should be a solid yes now. Good. I know how to live in peace with my family. Check that. A lot of you know how. That it happens or not is a different thing. And there's still quite a few of you with a no, so just give me a second. We'll switch that. I know how to live in peace. There, that feels more solid. Good job. Very good job. Good. All right. I know how to live in peace with my family. And in fact, I do live in peace with my family now. I do live in peace with my family now. And check that. Is that a yes? Is it a no? If it's a no, we're going to switch that. Good. I appreciate having peace and love in my life. I appreciate having peace and love in my life. A lot of you are as a no on that one, so we'll strengthen that for everybody. Good. Switch that. I appreciate having peace and love in my life now. That feels so, so much better, so much stronger. Good for you all. So I'm thinking, as far as Family Day goes, that's all I need to do for today. It's a short one today. I've already been including in sessions 1 and 2 a lot more material, which certainly applies in here. It's not over. There's something else today. Trust. Trust. Ooh, okay. Let us look at trust then. Let us look at trust. Trust within our family. Okay, with trust comes vulnerability. You need to be able to be vulnerable in front of your family. Okay. And that starts with a good friendship. Let's do it this way. Members of my family can be friends. Check that. Members of my family can be friends. Hopefully that's a yes. Most of you agree with that. That's good. And if you don't, we're going to switch that. Members of my family can be friends. Good. Let's create Creator's PUD on that. I have Creator's PUD on how members of my family can be friends. Okay. Check that. Those of you that don't, switch. Should be now. Members of my family can be friends. I have Creator's PUD on that. Followed by my PUD is the same. My put is the same, should be locked in there now. Good. All right, let's get Creator's put also on um, vulnerability, on trust, on being able to, oh, there it is, honesty. Vulnerability, trust, and honesty. Okay, we'll get Creator's PUD on vulnerability, trust, and honesty. And get that in there. Good. Those of you that don't have it, we're going to switch it, give that to you. Okay, good. And of course, followed by my PUD is the same. My PUD of vulnerability, trust, and honesty within a family are the same. Okay, most of you are yes now. Good. And two of you not. So let's give that to you. That is you now too. Good job. Okay. I know how to be friends with my family. I know how to be friends with my family. And if you got it, great. And if not, we're going to switch that. I know how to be friends with my family should be a yes now. It's possible for me to be friends with my family. Okay, and if you got it, great. And if not, I'll give that to you. It's possible for me to be friends with my family. That should be a yes by now. Okay. It's okay for me to show my feelings to my family. It's okay for me to show my feelings to my family. And if you got that, wonderful. And if not, we're going to switch that one for you. It's okay for me to show my feelings to my family. And that should hopefully be a yes. Okay? It is okay for my family to show their feelings to me. It is okay for my family to show their feelings to me. Okay, if you don't have that, we'll give that to you. Good. It's okay for me to show, for my family to show their feelings to me. Yes. Good. It's okay for my family to be open up emotionally to me, and me to be open up emotionally to them. Okay, and if you got that, great. And if not, we'll switch that. It's okay for my family to be emotionally open to me, and for me to be emotionally open to my family. And we've got that as a yes. Good job. We are all safe when we are emotionally sharing our emotions safely and respectfully, of course, right? You know, I'm not talking about rage, that's okay. No, no. But just, my feelings got hurt. This is why I was sad when. This makes me angry because, and so on and so on. You should be able to share those emotions with your family, and for them to be sharing their emotions with you, so that you can have greater ease of communication. And that builds up the trust. That builds up the trust. And the honesty, doesn't it? If you think about it, that also builds up the honesty. So we'll do that. So now I lost my thought. So anyways, is that a yes? That's a yes. Those of you that don't have it, we'll switch it. Make that a yes now. Good job. Okay. I have discernment when it's safe to open up to someone emotionally. I have discernment to know when it's safe to open up to someone emotionally. Sometimes they're not ready to receive you that way. So if you think about it, sometimes just waiting 5 more minutes, even though you know you need to share, just waiting 5 more minutes for them to be more receptive and open to you, or you say a little prayer or make a wish or whatever it is that you do so that that person can be receptive to you, and then you can share and be open and honest, and you'll be able to trust them. So know and have that discernment when it's safe to open up to someone emotionally. Okay, and if you got that, it's a yes. And if it's not, we're going to switch that for you. And we'll give that to you now. Good. Good job. I have discernment to know when it's appropriate to open up to someone emotionally. So, yeah, it can be safe, but now is it appropriate at this time? Um, sometimes, yeah, sometimes you'll find inappropriate places to open up, and that just opens up a whole nother kettle of worms or kettle of fish to for that. So let's do that. Okay, I know I have the discernment to know when it's appropriate to open up to someone emotionally, and that should be a yes by now. Okay, yeah, I get that solid. I can trust the people and pets of my family. I can trust them. If you got it, that should be a yes, and if it's not, then we will give that to you. I can trust the people of my family. And I have the discernment to know which people to trust at that particular time. Because sometimes other people have an off day, and they're going to take it the wrong way, or they're going to um, spill the beans on what you shared, and that's not what you want. It's probably not what they want either. However, it does happen. And so have the discernment to know which to trust at that particular moment. You can trust everybody, or hopefully you can trust everybody in your family, however you defined your family, and then have the discernment which of those members are trustworthy at that particular time. All right. So let's try a couple of these odd ones here. Let's do it this way. The women in my family are manipulative. The preferred answer is no. If you're trusting, the preferred answer is no. The women in my family are manipulative. Hopefully that's a no. But if you do have that they are, we're going to switch that for you. The women in my family are manipulative, and that should be a no by now. Good job. The men in my family are manipulative, and hopefully that's a no. And if it is a yes, we're going to switch that. The men in my family are manipulative, and that should be a no. Good. And let's try this one. I know how to get what I want in my relationship with them without being manipulative. I know how to get what I want in a relationship with my family without being manipulative myself. If you got it, that should be a yes. That's good. Preferred answer is yes. And if it's not, then we'll switch that. I know how to get what I want in a relationship with my family without being manipulative. It's possible for me to get what I want in a relationship without being manipulative. And hopefully that's a yes. Good, and if it's not, we're going to switch that. It's possible for me to get what I want in my relationship with my family without being manipulative. Personal responsibility, people. Personal responsibility. That's a big deal. Okay. And it's possible for me to get what I want from a man or a woman in my family without being manipulative now. Okay, and hopefully that's a yes. Okay, there's a couple of you. Three. Okay, so we'll switch those. It's possible for me to get what I need from a man or a woman in my family without being manipulative now. I do get what I need in my relationships without being manipulative now. Hopefully that's a yes. Good. I do get what I need. Those of you that didn't, we switched that. I do get what I need in my relationships without being manipulative now. So check your muscle testing. I know how to recognize when I'm being manipulative from Creator's perspective or from Truth's perspective. I know how to recognize when I'm being manipulative from Truth's perspective. If you got that, great. That should be a yes. If not, we'll switch that. Good. And I know how to recognize when I'm being manipulated from Creator's perspective, from Truth's perspective. Okay, and we'll switch that. I know how to recognize when I'm being manipulated from Truth's perspective. Good. Good. Family can be forever. Family can be forever. Okay, hopefully that's a yes, and if it's not, okay, we'll switch that. Family can be forever. I lose myself to keep my family together. Hopefully that's a no. Hopefully that's a no. I lose myself to keep my family together. That should be a no. And if it is a yes, we're switching it. I lose myself to keep my family together. No. Good. Good. That's it. Any more? I'm getting no. Just waiting to see if there was another hit like last time. Okay. I think that's it, people. I think that's it. So I want to thank you for joining me on this trio of love and relationships and family, and how that all gets put together. I hope that those of you that are celebrating Family Day did have a chance to bond uh, stronger with the ones that you love, that you're able to have some fun together, and uh, and just develop some good memories. Develop some good memories. And if you didn't, maybe later on tonight you can give your family member or members an extra strong hug today. Tell them you love them. Tell them how important they are to you in your life, what they mean to you. And that would be a lovely way to wrap up the day, whether you celebrated Family Day or not. So, with that, I bid you adieu. Have a great Monday and indeed rest of the week, and we'll find each other next week on From Challenge to Champion. This has been Monika Dena Huppertz of Whole Heart Energy Healing, wishing you a wonderful and fabulous day. Take care, my friends. Bye bye.